I guessed that you would be the only one who would dare to come here. You've got courage.
Yo, 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 the Getcho podcast crew is in the building. That's right, that's right, that's right. We're here. It's a very special Halloween episode. And that's right. Your boys had to come the right way. We had to come dressed up. And of course, I had to come as the one and only, if I can get this technical difficulty situation. Boom! I had to come as the excellence of execution. The best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be.
Yo, homie, just that's great, man. That's fantastic, man. That is the best costume there ever was, ever have been. But
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
I might have to try to top it here.
Okay.
So let me just zoom in real quick, get myself in position because I gotta I have gloves, I have accessories, to make this work. So let's start this off and reveal. As you can see, I'm the phenomenal AJ Styles, baby.
Yo,
Whoa,
I like that, yo.
yeah.
I like that.
got the vest.
Yo.
Official AJ vest. I don't know if you
Yep,
see the logo.
yep,
Got the
yep.
gloves, the hat. I
Let's
don't got
get
the
it.
long hair. Just pretend, this is AJ Styles back in TNA if he cut his hair. Stuff like that.
Early AJ Styles. Early
Yeah,
AJ
yeah,
Styles.
exactly. But Just we didn't come alone, right? We
No,
had
we
more.
didn't come alone.
We had
Of course,
more of
we
the
had to call the
homies.
squad. We had to call the squad, right? We had to call our homies. Wallop Media. We're gonna bring it up one by one here.
All right. First up, we got Kyle Joseph. Kyle, show us what you got for us, man.
All right.
Oh snap!
Now I was too
Yeah.
unfortunately I did not quite have time to shave the beard, but I did decide to do the Steve Urkel look. So
I love the Urkel.
Nice.
Love the Urkel.
did I do that? So that's how we're rolling in today.
Had to hit the line. But we couldn't just bring Kyle along. We also had to bring the homie Rylan. Rylan, you're here too, and we'll just give you a little spotlight so you can show us what you're rocking tonight on this Hallows Eve.
Well, I'm a little bit more meta, and
Okay.
I decided to be Spider-Man in space.
Oh,
Hey, look at that! Look at
Look
that!
at this.
The audio quality too coming through. Look at that! Look at that!
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Wrong one. Wrong. It's hard to see these glasses. Hard to see these
Here
glasses.
indeed.
Oh man, I might have to go gloveless on my right hand or something if I'm gonna keep switching things up, man. But oh man, shout out to you guys, man, coming in festive in spirit. You love to see it. You love to see everybody playing nice.
That's right. I mean, it's Halloween. We're in the festive mood. Kyle, Rylan, thank you for joining us. I mean, this is dope. Appreciate that. Guys, let's get into it real quick, right? It is Halloween season.
Yeah.
Okay. Just real quick, off the top of your head, what is your top 3 candies of choice?
Hold up. Before we get there, I think Rylan wanted to say something before.
Okay, go ahead.
Before we jump into the candy stuff.
I just want to say I love the fact that number one, we got some Canadian representation with Bret Hart up here, and my favorite wrestler right here with Vince.
Hey, look at that! It's almost like we planned it, but we did it.
Yeah, we didn't. Not at all. Otherwise, I wouldn't
have. Listen, I was trying to find a spare Halloween close to me where I can get the soccer mom haircut AJ going and the fake beard. I just couldn't do it, so I just decided to pull a Yui with the hat. But Oh man, no, good shit. Everybody, fantastic, fantastic.
Yeah, I'm saying excellent execution. I would say by everybody.
Hey, look, finger snaps. I like that.
Yeah.
No, but back to what I was saying. Top three candies of your choice.
Okay, all right. Let's let our guest go first. Ryland, since you can't eat the candy, but you can talk about it because of the mask, why don't you start?
Reese's is up there for sure. A Reese cup, like
Yeah.
getting that is like getting gold on Halloween.
Oh yeah.
Um, for me, I always like getting a couple bags of chips. So a bag of Doritos, like that's the
Okay.
way to go. It's not candy, but it's still Halloweeny.
Okay.
Um, but man, I'm
Candy
gonna go
corn. Candy
candy.
corn.
No, no, God no, God no,
Candy corn? I don't think so.
no. I would. I'm gonna go simple. Like I'm a fan of Snickers. You give me a
Ah,
Yeah.
Snickers.
love me a good Snickers.
Come
Love me a
on.
good Snickers, man. Uh, all right. So Rollins goes with a Reese's cup of Snickers and like a bag of chips. How about you, Kyle? What three favorite candies?
So I feel like the Snickers to me is probably the honorable mention.
Mm-hmm.
It's right up there. It's right up there. But
Oh yeah.
the Reese's definitely got to be in there.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Reese's Pieces as well. Gotta
Ooh.
rock all of
Okay.
them.
Okay.
It's
Ooh,
the
piece of cake.
whole Reese family is definitely up there. M&Ms. Love me some M&Ms.
Okay. Okay.
Peanut M&Ms. It's again, the peanut stuff's hard to come by when you do the trick or treating nowadays. But back in the day, they didn't care if we were alive. So like when we were out trick or treating, that was if you had peanut allergy, you just weren't going to make it that night, and that's okay. Um, but I don't even know if they have these in America because I don't know what coffee makes or what candy makes across the border. But coffee crisp, man,
Coffee
Mm.
crisp?
love me some coffee
No.
crisp.
I don't think we've had that. No.
So this
No.
is
Oh,
coffee crisp is like a slight coffee flavor,
Okay.
chocolate with like a wafer. It has like a Kit Katty
Ooh.
texture, but with a little bit of a
Okay.
hit of the coffee flavor. Like, and it's pretty reasonably thick too. Like,
Hmm.
definitely solid. Worth a try if you ever make it up to Canada.
All right, for
Okay.
sure.
Okay.
Definitely cross the border, depending on what happens, next week. But so we'll talk about it.
Uh, I feel like Wallop's got to get ourselves some offices so we can sponsor some people who might.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Got to house some
An
people.
Airbnb, something like
Air-
that.
but shout out to I wanted to before I get into my answers, I want to shout out to Chad. Justin from Just in Time. He got
Hey.
here just in time to say what's good, homies. Uh, the OPC, the original Papi Chulo over there, Circle of Debate, Ivan,
Mhm.
let's go, baby. And then the other homie, Justin. We got three Justins right now. Jalen on the beat saying, yo, what's
Hey.
up? Guys, we're talking about Halloween. So we're starting things off with our three favorite Halloween candies. So I'm going to kick things off with the Reese's Cups. I know we already said it, but that's one of my favorite candies of all time. Number two, gotta break me off a little piece of that Kit Kat bar.
Yeah.
So I love me a Kit Kat bar for sure. And then the last one is a Crunch chocolate bar. Love it, love
Mm.
it.
Okay. Okay.
Those are my
Okay.
three favorite candies. I want honorable mention to the peanut M&Ms for sure. But right now I can't be eating peanuts because of my coughs. So it only makes things worse. So they're out. They're out.
Okay, I feel you. Okay, so for me, I kind of have I kind of veer to a different type of candies, right? Hear me out.
Okay.
Ferrero Rocher. All right.
Okay. All right. So you like fancy chocolate.
Okay. Yeah.
I
Ferrero
want to know.
Rocher.
I want to know who dropping the Ferrero Rochers in the Halloween bag. I want
and
to.
no shit.
I want to meet this person. I want to.
I want to. I'm trick or treating in that neighborhood for sure.
Right,
Listen,
right.
Bougiest. That is the bougiest Halloween.
I don't know. Okay, that's bougie, but also Ghirardelli's squares are also
yeah.
bougie. Not my favorite though, but that's
Ooh.
like up there. But since I am Bret Hart from Canada, Mars bars is also on my list as
Hey.
well.
Okay. Okay. I like a good
Mars
Mars
bars.
bar.
And then the last one, this is a toss up. Since we're keeping it in the family of Reese's, I'm gonna go with the Reese's peanut butter cup, but the bunny or the
Oh,
Oh,
egg for
the
Easter,
egg. Okay,
the
okay,
egg for
okay.
Easter. Yeah, yeah.
Those hit for sure. Those hit for sure. Definitely,
Oh
hundred
yeah, for
percent.
sure. The peanut butter chocolate ratio just hits right, like Jada Parker. Um,
Hey,
you
especially
never
next week in the ECW arena, she gonna be hitting right.
if you never had
ye-
actually, yeah. I got my girlfriend brought me one. So yeah, if you've never had, highly recommend.
nice,
Um,
Oh,
nice,
yeah.
nice.
Okay, okay.
um, if you've ever had the opportunity, I don't know if they even still make them anymore. They had like a Reese bar that was like whipped peanut butter.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was good. That was good times.
Ah, damn.
Wait,
You
what?
know what?
What kind of peanut butter?
Like whipped peanut butter. So it was like a
Like
lighter. Yeah, like they
whipped
whipped the peanut butter.
or
So
what?
it wasn't as thick.
No, it wasn't as thick. It was like
Ooh.
light and airy inside that chocolate. Like it was good. But
Okay,
All
okay.
right, okay.
I like the sales pitch there, Kyle, for sure.
Same,
Might have to
same.
check into that. You know what? You know what? Honorable another honorable mention, real quick. I don't know if you guys have seen them before. They're a Mexican candy. They're called the Dubalin. They kind of it's like a
Mm,
Neapolitan style type of like treats where it's
mm-hmm.
like chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry. So it's a combination of either chocolate, strawberry, chocolate, vanilla, or like strawberry, vanilla. You know, like you mix and match. Just two flavors.
I got
You
you.
get it comes with its own little like scoop, like pail, like spoon thing. Just like eat that shit up. Delicious. If you guys ever come to Chicago, I'll take you to 26th Street and we'll be able to get you guys some Mexican candy for sure.
There we go. There we go. Look
But
it
yeah,
up.
Duvalin. If you know, you know. You know, Ivan, Papi, you're in the chat. You already know about Duvalines. Come on, man.
Come on,
But
come on.
yeah.
Nah, that was great picks.
Uh,
Speaking of great picks, guys, we have to start off the episode the way we always do. What type of wrestling
mhm.
fan have you been for the past week? I think it's only appropriate to go with our guests. So, Kyle, Rylan, whoever wants to go first, what type of wrestling fan were you this week?
Go ahead, Kyle.
oh man, bit of a lazy wrestling fan to be honest with you.
Mm.
I've been
Okay.
I've been so for a while I was very much in the world of like, okay, I'm gonna show up for the pay-per-views. I'm gonna try to be that person who at least shows up for the pay-per-views. And given what I've seen in the AEW world of storytelling, showing up for the pay-per-views is not a bad strategy. Some of this stuff has been a little bit messy, but I'm given to understand that they're starting to get some of the TV stuff corrected, which is nice. I am starting to give the WWE another chance. I
Mm.
wanted to get a bit more into the NXT world. I wanted to try to capture in some of these stories, but I feel like where I'm at right now is that coming back to WWE after I've been away for so long, I've realized how many of the stories are like still going on in some capacity,
Right.
and it's surprised like we're still like Roman came back and we're still doing this. Like we're still doing the solo.
Yeah.
We're still doing, and it's amazing to me that I come back to it. I've been away from it for a solid like 6 months of like regular TV watching, but some things never change, and I feel like I maybe it's just me. I'm ready for some shock the system. I'm ready for somebody to come out there and just throw me a complete total left, like complete and total curveball. Give me something wild and yeah, something I can really sink my teeth into. I think
Hmm.
that's where I'm at is I'm kind of I'm a tired wrestling fan. I
Damn. He changed his wrestling
Yeah.
type of fandom like mid conversation. He convinced himself out of it.
think.
Okay, all right. What about you, Rylan? Are you a tired wrestling fan too?
I am, but a frantic one today because like I don't follow week to week. I do try and keep up with what's going on.
Right.
Watching highlights and stuff like that, I realized I'm like, there's lots of good stuff that I'm missing.
Yeah.
NXT looks like a really good show right now. Raw looks like a really good show right now. Like
Mhm.
we're getting the War Raiders and we're getting Seth Rollins versus Bronson Reed, and that sounds awesome. Like we got Seth Rollins ripping his jacket off to reveal the same jacket. Like
Oh man, that shit popped me for
I will
sure.
say,
yeah.
like, I think because I noticed that they have on the WWE, they've got like the recap thing that they're doing. They're only like 5 minutes long, and I definitely get why on a YouTube show, you're a YouTube video, you'd only want to cap it at about the 5 minute length. I think they have a thing up here where they'll do something in 30, so like a Jays in 30 or Leafs in 30, whatever it is. It's a 30-minute TV show recapping everything that's happened in a certain game. I feel like I need WWE in 30. Give me the best 30 minutes of what you got this week.
Hey,
NXT, Raw, SmackDown. I think that's what I'm looking for at this point.
Yeah, we're gonna we might have to talk about that off air because I know a couple YouTube sites that actually
you
do
you
that. So
know you know what's funny? Growing up, I didn't have the luxury of having cable after like we lost that cable box, like like the one that you steal like all
oh,
the
that
channels in
hurt.
the
I
pay per
know that
view.
hurt. I know
Once
that
that
hurt.
once that was gone, we weren't able to watch anything. I obviously I could watch SmackDown because it was on UPN, like WGN, whatever it was. But I couldn't watch Raw. So I've told this story a few times, but the only way I'd be able to keep up with Raw was the 30-minute like abridged version recap episode on Telemundo Saturday nights at like 2 in the morning. So it'd be like a Spanish abridged version of what happened on Raw. That sounds exactly what Kyle described, except in English, obviously.
Hell no. Well, there's also Shotgun Saturday Night too that mostly
Yeah,
recap a lot of the big stuff that happened in Raw.
yeah,
Um so for those who like didn't get time to see it, but
yeah.
And we
yeah,
had something
shut up.
similar up here for I think Aftermath or something like that. Like
Okay.
Or like
we
Live Wire, was that one
yeah,
that you guys
Live
had?
Wire.
Live
Live
Wire? Okay, okay. Yeah.
Livewire, and then there was Heat and Velocity had both the highlights of Raw and SmackDown during like
Yes.
Yeah,
the
it did for
Yes.
sure.
so
Yes.
Definitely covered some of that for sure. Okay, okay. You know what? I'll take the reins from here, and
Okay.
I'm gonna say I've actually been a sports entertained type of wrestling fan, and that's because between Raw, SmackDown, and NXT, they've all been cooking. They've all been doing their own thing. Heck, even AEW has been having some interesting stuff, especially with MVP Sheldon Benjamin showing up. I have not watched Dynamite. Comment section, do not spoil what happened on Dynamite for me. I know Wallet Media have already watched, but they have cool stuff there. The two great shows last weekend with Halloween Havoc and Bound for Glory. Plus, we have
Hey,
Crown Jewel on Saturday, NXT
hey.
2300 in the ECW arena next week on Tuesday. We have a lot of stuff. I'm very sports entertained. A lot of the
it's
stories are really good.
Vince. It's not on Tuesday. It's on Wednesday.
Uh, my DVR eventually will catch it. I will still try to watch it on Tuesday. I guarantee you I will forget, and I will try to watch it on Tuesday. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then get frustrated like 5 minutes in and start playing the new Dragon Ball Z Sparking Zero game instead, and then remember and realize that it's actually on Wednesday. But yeah, so and then like I said, AEW like between AEW, NXT, SmackDown, Raw, a bunch of fire 2 hour shows, and they give us the little extra stuff now on the YouTube channels, especially with like Judgment Day stuff, and then the Miz stuff. We'll talk. We'll talk about it in the winners and losers. But there's stuff that happened exclusively on YouTube that I very much enjoy. Shout out to Heel Adun for I think so. In the UK, we had a
Shout out.
1 hour Raw and SmackDown recap on Sky, hosted by Todd Grisham. So
Ooh,
that's not
okay.
bad.
Shout out, shout out.
That's not bad. I take that. I
Yeah.
take that. Yeah, if
Same.
you're not watching weekly a 1 hour recap show, I'm all for it.
Nice, nice. So okay, the type of wrestling fan I was, so bear with me, right? So I was a WADHD, right? A wrestling attention deficit disorder type of wrestling fan.
What the fuck? Okay, explain.
When you're trying to just keep focus on one wrestling promotion, but another wrestling promotion is happening, and another, and another, and another, and
Hmm.
the storylines just seem to be intertwining like everything that's going on with the Wendy Chu and NXT, right? Then you have like stuff with Jordan Gray showing up in NXT who just had a match at Bound for Glory. It's like your attention is going every which way, every second, every time, right? like Kyle said, it can get a little tiring, right? But you seem to refocus, right? You seem to take your medication, you seem to get back on track, and then it just happens all over again. You know what I'm saying? Because what's happening now? You got Crown Jewel coming up. You got Power Struggle from New Japan coming up, right? You know you had just this current AEW happen, and it's like everything in between. You're just trying to focus on all the good stuff that's happening, and it's hard sometimes. It's
Oh yeah.
hard, you know. As I flip my hair, it is very hard. So
Like we have Crown Jewel and Survivor Series this month, plus Full Gear.
yeah, yeah,
Like that's insane.
that's insane.
I
I mean,
I
nobody's
almost completely
complaining,
forgot
but
about Full Gear. Yeah, that's crazy. But that's why I'm sports entertained. I don't know. Maybe my OC, like I don't know. Maybe I'm just able to like keep up with it, or maybe it's
okay,
because I'm picking and choosing what I'm keeping up with that's allowing me to do so. But I don't know. I'm cool with it. Just hit me with all the PLEs, all the pay per views you want.
there you
I'll
go,
watch them.
there you go, there you go. I think that's what I need to do. Be a little pick and choose what I need to watch, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah, for
speaking
sure.
of picking and choosing, we're
Yes.
gonna pick and choose our winners and losers from this from this wrestling week.
Okay.
Um, guys, I'm going to. I know you don't want any spoilers, Vince, right? But I might
Okay.
have to give one spoiler,
All right.
right?
That's fine. Whatever. It's fine. It's fine.
And it's because I have to give major, huge props to Private Party for being the new AEW Tag Team Champions.
Oh, they beat
They
the
finally
Bucks.
did it. They
Damn.
finally did it. They got it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the homie Dom who's actually there, who had a live video feed of the actual win. So shout out to him. That's the only way I saw it. So shout out to you, homie. But yeah, Private Party winner.
Shout out to them for sure.
Love that.
I can't
Love that.
snap with these gloves, but
I got you. I got
friction snaps.
you. The leather, the leather.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Feel the leather. Might start a fire with these. Yeah, no. Shout out to Private Party, man. Like they deserve to be tag team champions for sure.
No,
They've
for
earned it.
sure.
They've earned it. Okay, okay. So then you got a loser then to go with that winner.
Okay, so loser, hear me out as I put on my real glasses and then my Bret Hart glasses. So like the loser for me, um, is Kieran Keith Cross. Okay.
Okay.
And the reason why Kieran Keith Cross is a loser to me is because I got nothing out of that video that he did. Okay.
What?
How are you coming off to Miz as a friend and then you find out that he got kidnapped and you sat there and didn't want to do anything? You know what I'm saying? You even joked about it, right? And what was that whole video thing doing? Like, were they about to start an OnlyFans, him and Scarlett? Like,
I
I was kind
mean,
of confused on the segment, you know?
okay. So just to play Scarlett's advocate here, I'm gonna go ahead and say that I don't think at any point he was trying to be Miz's friend. He was more like, no, motherfucker, you're gonna come in here and you're gonna fight this battle with us. And he's the one forcing him to go find Bo Dallas
Hmm.
and puts him in compromising situations. That video I thought was hilarious because Scarlett literally is like, hey, the Miz went to go look for Bo, got abducted. It's like,
Right.
how long ago did that happen? I was like, 20 minutes ago. I was like, oh no, he's probably dead. It's like he's dead. He's dead.
Right.
He's like I don't know if you guys seen it. I'll send you a link. It's like, oh, he's probably dead. It's like, no, babe, we should go check it out. Like help him out. It's not a laughing situation. While she's cracking because she's breaking because she couldn't hold it in either. But he's
Hmm.
so like I thought the delivery was good. You know what? Comedy's subjective, and I thought it was very hilarious. It's like, all right, fine. Like I guess we'll go. It's like, but I don't want to put on my jacket. I got to put on my jacket. I was like, he's probably dead already. Like he's more than likely dead. And then he like when he posted that, he added WWE and said, I'm gonna search for 10 minutes, and then after that, I'm done. Like he's on his own essentially. But
Okay. Okay. I'm going to give him a pass.
yeah.
Okay. I'm going to give him a pass. I'm going to give him a pass.
But homie, that's gonna actually lead into my loser of the week, which
Mm.
is the Miz, because he got abducted by the Wyatts. He got himself in a situation, and then he tried to go ahead and like finesse our truth, and he got
Uh-huh.
punched right in the face. And he's like, "Y'all gonna die. Good luck with the Wyatts." So like he predicted the future because not that long after that, he got abducted. So Miz is a loser for me, and in terms of winner, you know what? I kind of have to give it, as much as I'm not a fan of them all that much. Fallon Henley of Fatal Influence, the new North American Women's Champion over there in
Good pick.
NXT.
Good
Shout out
pick.
to her.
Yeah.
I may not be fully invested in her, but she worked her butt off to get to where she's at to be a champion. She had that moment. You know what? Good for her. So she's a winner in my books.
Facts. No, I'm with you. They're building a new women's champion over there.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
NXT is doing right over there.
yeah,
What about you guys?
yeah. Kyle, Rylan, which one of you guys want to start off?
Rylan, you go ahead. I'll save mine.
All right. Winner this week. Sorry, Vince. Swerve Strickland and Shelton. Firstly, Shelton Benjamin, 49 years old. 49.
Ooh.
Looking every bit as fresh as any other guy on that AEW roster. Swerve Strickland is fantastic. We know this already. They main evented Dynamite tonight. Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. I really love what they're building here with the Hurt Syndicate. They went off the air, and again, Vince, I'm sorry, but they went off the air with MVP saying, "Guess who's back in business?" And I love that. I love that because not only do we have this, but we have Moxley doing his thing over here, and it's
Yeah.
just it could lead to a big faction warfare thing. I'm here for it. I love it.
hmm You know what? It's fine. I'm okay. You guys already kind of told me it was happening before we went live, so it's all right. I already knew that part. So all good, and I'm with you. The MVP stuff, like I mentioned at my sports entertainment type of wrestling fandom, MVP Sheldon Benjamin. You know he's 49, but 49 is the new 32, I guess, because
Hey.
he's got better knees than me, and I'm out here like I might need like a walking stick before I know it. I'm gonna be more of an MVP than the Sheldon Benjamin because I'm gonna be walking out with a cane. That's gonna be my Halloween costume for next week. I'm gonna be in like that whole like Power
They're
Rangers get up, but with a cane because I can't be walk because I can't be walking
Hell
like
no.
that. Oh man.
Hell no.
What
Um,
about in terms of losers though, Rylan? Who do you have as a loser?
I mean, like Brandon Cutler definitely was a loser this week. He got beat up by the BCC. Got his hand smashed by the hammer. But you know what? Honestly, bigger loser, Christopher Daniels. You used to be a wrestler,
oh
and Moxley
man.
was barely holding you back as you watched this poor guy get his hand smashed. Oh shit! All right,
Oh,
this just got kinky.
fashion police.
It's
Fashion police.
it's Officer Styles. It's Officer Styles
God.
at the moment.
Hell no.
I can't get my headset and the hat to work at the same time. So we'll see how it goes.
Hell no.
I worry about Officer Styles' record in the community.
It's
Hell no.
I feel like he's got a couple complaints from people. That's all I'm saying.
He's stupid.
what community?
Christopher Daniels, though, definitely the biggest loser of the week for me. Because man, I really liked what they're doing on Raw. Like Bronson Reed and Seth Rollins is great. The tag division's great. So like, tag division's great everywhere in WWE right now.
Oh
So
yeah, 100%.
Oh, dude. It's like that. It's like somehow they just said we're gonna invest in tag team wrestling.
it
And they
happened in
decided
2
to
weeks.
right.
2 weeks.
And it's like, why didn't you just guys invested in this the whole time? You know?
I mean,
Um,
yeah, I
yeah,
mean, better late than never. Honestly, to be honest with you,
That's
for
I'm just glad
sure.
they're
For
there.
sure.
I feel like that's my transition. The winner this week is tag team wrestling. Not only we get the private party thing, but Motor City Machine Guns.
Woo!
Guns up for the machine guns.
Oh,
They are tag team champions. This is let me tell you, this is one heck. If this is their gold watch out of wrestling, this is one heck of a gold watch. So I'm excited to see. And honestly, just getting two quality hands, bringing them in, letting them be, the people who get to make all those other tag teams look really good.
Yeah.
Absolutely
yes.
for it. Absolutely for it. And I think that's going to be very exciting. I'm excited to see the direction they end up going. Loser, LA Knight.
Ooh, okay,
Do
okay,
Oh, good
not
one.
okay.
Less.
break up a game 7.
Yes.
Oh, good
You
one,
know,
Kyle.
you know what energy that is. I don't know how much you guys watched the show, but How I Met Your Mother, the episode where Barney gets mad at Ted for breaking up a girls'
You
fight. It's
never
like
break up
you
a girl
never break
fight.
up this
You
girls'
never
fight.
break up a game 7.
Oh my god! I swear, like he's cock blocking everything I like on SmackDown
And
lately.
it's like that's
And
the thing. It's like what's really frustrating about that is like you know what this series of matches between two good wrestlers needs. LA Knight.
oh man, the minute they put him as a special guest ref, I'm like, somehow this match isn't going to be as good as the other ones. And
Mhm.
Right. Right.
sure enough. Oh man,
If this
Hey,
like
means
that.
coming. Oh, go
if
ahead.
it means one of them gets to take the U.S. title off him, I think that's great. It is. I will say, it's kind of sad to see that this is what's become of LA Knight.
Mm-hmm.
That the
Yeah.
popularity fall off was that hard, that
Yeah,
fast, that
Yep.
they felt the need to turn him heel. Not that he's not a better heel. I think he is a better heel than he is a babyface,
hmm
but it's just a sign that like, oh, this didn't really work the way that we wanted it to.
yeah. No,
Right.
I
And
feel that.
it goes to show that like it's a good thing they didn't put the title on him when everyone thought that he should get it at like one of those crown jewel
Oh,
shows
when he was
before.
facing Roman. Oh
Yeah, when
yeah,
he's facing
Yeah.
Roman, and they're all like, "Oh, he has the momentum. He has the momentum." But it's like, yeah, but can you really see him as champion though? You know, like these are all just kind of like he's just really popular right now, and then
Whereas let me tell you, Carmelo Hayes, yeah,
yeah,
strap the rocket to that dude.
yeah,
hundred
that's a
percent.
yeah.
That
I want to say too, like big props to Andrade and Carmelo Hayes for reinventing the TV match. They've been wrestling
Mm.
great matches on
Smart.
TV, and
Yes.
it's like they don't have a lot of time. They don't have a pay per view amount of time, but
mhm.
Mhm.
they're doing great work every week. That's something special.
Yeah,
Yes. Yes.
100% for sure. Credit to them because it can't be easy. You know,
But like
No.
that's the thing is, as we move into that Netflix era, as we move into the thing where the TV gets is going to be more and more important. Being able to hold, like being able to be reliably there to give 10 good quality minutes of television is so valuable.
yeah. Heel in the chat saying LA Knight needs a long story. Knight still has potential, and I think that's a fair point. He still has potential.
He's 40, y'all. He's got potential.
Hey, we just talked. We just said that 49's the new 32.
No,
We
look,
just with Sheldon Benjamin.
no, and I get that, but here's the thing: like Shelton, here's the thing with Shelton, like we never doubted that he had the ring talent.
Sure.
His whole career, like they could have strapped the rocket on Shelton when he was 20, 26, 27, and nobody would have denied it because he was that good for that long.
Uh-huh.
Um, there's the black glow and crack thing too, but like at the same time, he is like he's been good. So if Shelton Benjamin down a half step is not the same thing as LA Knight.
Hmm.
All right, fair enough. But you know what? I think what's missing is that he does come off as like someone that works better as a heel, and maybe him
Yeah,
going
I
full
agree.
on heel might actually resonate with him because the only reason he was over, and I don't want to just discredit the guy, but was the catchphrases, was the yeah,
Uh-huh.
it's like L.A. Night, yeah, and it's easy to get over that way, you know. Like Jey is getting over with Yeet, you know. Like, and granted, he's
Yeah.
worked a lot to get over, but the Yeet is really helping, like the taunt and everything. Heck, a lot of people may not like the man because they feel that that's all he is. Is like a catchphrase, a gimmick. Joe Hendry's another example.
Yep.
Like some people just think that he's just like a catchphrase. When I don't personally think so. I think he's really good, but you know, maybe yeah. Ryan has his opinions, but this isn't about. Well, I guess he could be a loser because he didn't win the championship at Bound for Glory when everybody thought he was going to.
He lost the title after getting attacked by JBL.
Yeah.
Listen, Listen,
Clothesline from hell.
JBL single-handedly was the border control for SmackDown on an episode back in like 2004. So like I can understand him taking people out with a single clothesline. But homie, just what about you, man?
Okay.
Any more
So
winners or losers?
I actually have a loser, right? And I'm gonna put this out there, and I know our homies from Young Kings have kind of said this a lot, right? Sami Zayn is kind of a loser for me, right? Only because he's middling in business that he shouldn't be part of. You know, the bloodline storyline right now is about family. Run. I just think that Sami Zayn is being an over concerned parent, right? Like he's jumping too close to conclusions, right? Asking Jay, why are you jumping back into the family after you had this whole toxic relationship with them? Do you know what you're getting into? And it's like it's different now. It's like not the same family that he once had, right? Like Roman actually acknowledged Jay and he actually apologized. So like it's different. It's not the same Roman that was, controlling and bringing him down and making him do shit, right? It's a different situation now. Um, so for me, I gotta say Sami Zayn butting into business that he shouldn't be part of.
I agree. I agree with that. Sami Zayn, I love you, man, but how you trying to talk? By the way, I don't know how I sound with this thing on,
You sound
but
okay.
all right. He's trying to talk Jay to mind his own business and not get into the bloodline stuff, and then he's getting caught up
Yeah.
talking to Solo, like he's trying to like buy a hooker from him, like or maybe he's the hooker going up to Solo if he wants a good time. So like I love Sammy overall. I miss NXT Sammy because I think that's when he was at his best.
Oh yeah, that was prime.
Especially when he debuted and had that open challenge with John Cena for the U.S. title.
Yup.
But
Yup.
currently, this version of Sammy just kind of feels like an instigator and that friend that just
Yeah.
thinks he knows a little bit more than he should. He thinks he
Uh-huh.
knows best when he doesn't.
Yes, I'm with you. I'm with you.
What about you, Kyle? How do you feel about Sammy?
I'm always going to stand Sammy. That's how I am. I'm always gonna I'm ride or die for Sammy. I think it's if we're going to Survivor Series, if we're going to do if that's where we're leading to, and it's going to be OG Bloodline versus New Bloodline in the War Games. I think they're trying to build that towards that story. I think that's the direction that seems to be heading. Question mark. So I don't, and honestly, if you need a fourth for that group, I think Sammy's your best bet.
Really?
I do, because it's going to be Cody Rhodes. That
No,
makes
no,
No.
I don't
No,
want
no,
it to
no.
be Cody. Cody needs to get the fuck away from that whole situation.
yeah,
Like you did your tag match with Roman versus Solo. Okay, just pivot away. Take care of Kevin Owens. Eventually, you're gonna have to deal with Randy Orton down the line because I feel we all feel like that's happening at some
yeah.
point down the line. Maybe even at the Rumble as soon as possible. But yeah, no, I think Sammy makes sense. I've also seen people throw out the idea that Rock is actually pulling the strings and then he kicks Solo to the curb. And then Solo gets accepted back by Roman and the Usos. And it's. Whoa.
What?
Whoa. Hold up. Time out. Let's give a Rylan a little spotlight right now. Like, Rylan, what you got going on over here, man? Like,
What's going on?
who's your
My
dialect
son's a
coach?
my son's a minion this year, so I decided to be a minion with him.
Ah, there you go.
Nice,
I
nice.
love it. Finger snaps. I can't snap,
Come
but
on, come
finger
on. Who don't love
snaps
that?
for
Who
the
don't love that?
minion. Ah man, but
I
but
love the
yeah.
costume
So
change.
I mean, imagine like Rock, the Tongans, and Jacob versus OG Bloodline of Solo, Usos, and Roman. But I think the easiest move is to have Sammy be that fourth man, like Kyle was saying.
It's
Yeah,
a part of
yeah.
the story. Like it's like Sammy was a huge part of that bloodline story, and it makes the most sense to bring him back when, like, he needs it. like he needs it more than anybody out of this. Like right now, after losing the IC title, he's kind of been lost. He went for the world title, it didn't work, and now this is the perfect time to like light up the world with Sammy again. And God knows, after watching Jay and Jimmy hug this week, imagine the moment when Sammy rejoins the bloodline. And
I mean,
and
it
imagine
was their
how
hottest point, right?
pissed. Imagine how pissed Kevin Owens will be.
Yeah,
Oh, I've seen
that's
so
the other
many people talk about how pissed Kevin's gonna be in it.
That's
Yes.
that's what it builds to. It gives you an easy direction for Sammy and Kevin at Mania. Is you can just build that story all next year and have those two have just a blood feud at Mania.
Okay. I see what y'all cooking. I see what y'all marinating here.
Mhm.
Okay.
Look, I mean, you can't be wearing that hair and not respect the Canada.
Howdy, y'all.
Oh God,
Cowboy Styles is in the building
Cowboy
now.
AJ is maybe 2 on the nose, and maybe 2 Georgia.
Maybe to Georgia, especially during these times. I mean, Georgia's a key
Hey.
state, so gotta get all those votes.
Hey.
Shout out to Atlanta they're out here surrounded, man, on
Yes.
all sides, all 4 of them.
I do
Right.
want to give. I know I've been throwing out some losers, but I do want to give a winner to Jordan Grace and Masha Slavich.
Oh
Wait,
yeah,
hold on, hold
Mosh,
on. What
I
did
said it right. I
Renee-
said it right. I said it right.
hold
Masha
on.
Slamovich.
yeah. Shout
Yeah,
out to
yeah, there you
Masha
go.
Slamovich.
Yes, shout out. Great match, great women's match, right? She's the new TNA Women's Champion. It was a
Shout
dope
out.
match. It was like hard hitting too, and it kind of like went like 25 minutes, I think. So it went really long. I thought that was the match of the night for me on Bound for Glory.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I unfortunately didn't get a chance to watch Bound for Glory, but I caught some highlights. It was a really good show. That main event was really good. I thought
hmm,
it
hmm.
was it was the one match I was able to see the most of outside of
Gotcha.
the world title match for sure. Um, all right. So you know what we were talking about tag team wrestling, right, guys? And I
Yeah.
think one team that we failed to mention is winners, the War Raiders, the new number one contenders for the Raw tag team titles, the world tag team titles over on Raw. And I think it's time you give them the titles. You gave the
Yeah.
titles to the Machine Guns on SmackDown. As much as I love Judgment Day, they're not doing anything. They've only defended it maybe twice, and Finn is too preoccupied being a little bitch to like not be there for his with his homies. So that's a good transition because the loser for me this week is Finn Balor. He's being a
Mm,
sore loser, man. Like you couldn't beat Damian Priest, so now your homie, Dom, has got an opportunity at him, and you're like trying to give him advice, but Dom's like, you know what, I could do this on my own. And you know what Judgment Day rules are.
right.
Everybody says we're not gonna be there, but we show up anyway because we got everybody's backs. He was the only one that didn't show up. Guess what? Dom still got the win,
Mm,
and he got the roll up win, and that's all we saw on Raw. That's literally the last thing we saw. Dom won the match, and nothing else happened afterwards. But then Finn just kind of seems a little shady. So you know what? Like uh, bad friends get a loser of the week for me. So Finn gets a loser. But
and
shout out
nobody
to
wants bad
War.
friends. Nobody
Yeah,
wants bad friends. Come
no,
on
no.
now.
Imagine I get mad at Justin for like having an opportunity to like do like a live WWE show or like do a live podcast with like I don't know, name a wrestler like Dominic Mysterio, and then
Mhm.
I'm gonna sit here and sabotage him or be mad at him, or not be there for him. Get out of
Right.
here, fan.
What kind of friends are that? What kind of friends are
Yeah,
that?
and it's the same old song and dance because he was doing that with Damien too and Rhea. So he's just carrying on the same energy, unfortunately.
Right. He also was kind of doing a little bit of that on NXT. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Kind of
yeah.
having the Undisputed Era fight each other. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's a homie hopper. He's a homie hopper. Okay, so fast tracking a little bit, right? We have Crown Jewel coming up, but before we have that, we have New Japan's Power Struggle. We got Zack Sabre Jr. going against Shingo Takagi. That's gonna be a good match. Crown Jewel coming up. Guys, what are the matches are you looking forward to? I think the six man tag is the match that's gonna happen, right? I think
Hmm.
that was announced after Raw went off air.
Yeah, yeah. SmackDown. Yeah, Raw went off the air. They announced Bloodline versus OG Bloodline.
Right,
So,
right, right,
so
right. Now,
that's a
are
good.
we gonna get somebody in a hoodie again? Do you think that's gonna happen?
Who?
Uh,
Hikaleo?
yeah,
I'm
why not?
I guess.
Tamina Snuka.
Ava Rain,
I'm
Ava Rain.
Yeah. Get the get,
no.
get, get the Rock in a hoodie.
Oh.
Yeah,
You
No,
know
but
what?
it's not
Not a
maybe,
bad
never
idea.
gonna
maybe.
happen.
you know, it's not gonna
No.
happen because if he were to show up in the hoodie, it's just gonna be one of those Rock Under Armour branded hoodies. So we're gonna know exactly who it is from the jump.
And the hoodie's gonna be like so skin tight. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be baggy like the Usos. So you're like exactly like it only covers his like eyebrow part. You know,
Yeah, exactly. No, no, no. It's gonna be Versace too. It's gonna be a Versace
his
hoodie too.
velvet.
Yeah, velvet.
It's like, oh, there's rhinestones. It must be the Rock on there.
He's gonna wear that tracksuit that he wore to beat up mankind in that
Oh, yeah.
I Quit match.
Yep, yep, yep. Oh, it's the Rock,
Um,
obviously.
what about you guys, Rylan, Kyle? Which match are you most looking forward to from Crown Jewel, if there is one?
God, you're gonna make me talk about Crown Jewel, eh? Um, if there's a match that I'm most looking forward to, uh, I mean, Gunther and Cody obviously is the obvious answer because I think people have been waiting for that one. I think
Hmm.
Agreed.
Gunther's such a big match machine that I think that's just going to be really really impressive, and just to see what Cody Rhodes is going to be willing to go through and willing to do. I
Mhm.
think it's probably Cody's to lose, but who knows? But also the Fatal Four Way Women's Tag Match.
Yes,
I think that
yes,
has potential to be a serious show stealer.
Yeah,
yes,
Um, we'll see what they decide to do with it, but like honestly, I think that is the question because the big question out of it is because I don't think they're going to do it. I think Cargill and Belair probably have to retain
right.
because I think they want them losing to lead to the split, and I don't think they're a ready for the split or b want that split to happen in Saudi Arabia.
No,
right.
I don't
But
think so.
yeah, yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's just going to be a banger of a match and just give all of those women an opportunity to just go and see how it goes. But we'll see what happens. The show's a little weird. I'm glad they've sort of moved away from some of the title stuff just because there's a glorified house show element of it
Yeah,
that
There
seems to
is,
be
yeah.
going on. But regardless, Gunther versus Cody is going to be a banger. So can't complain
for
about
sure.
that.
What about
Okay,
you,
okay.
Rylan?
Um, like the way they're putting Kevin Owens over on SmackDown with Triple H basically making it seem like this is some sort of like big ask to make this match. Like I feel like they're gonna do something in that match to make Kevin Owens look like the guy he should have looked like for the last 10 years.
Mm,
Yeah,
I
hopefully.
think number one, he's gonna beat Orton. Because Orton doesn't need the win.
No.
And Owens definitely does. Because if we're gonna reheat this guy and make this guy a top guy, this is the starting point. Um, Also, Bronson Reed and Seth Rollins. Like, let's not, scoff at the fact that like Seth Rollins, every single time that guy goes out there, no matter who he goes out there with, he genuinely has a good match.
yes.
Bronson Reed is this awesome hoss wrestler that is getting this great push right now, and Seth Rollins is the perfect guy to pair him with right off the hop because they're going to go out there and probably kill it.
Hmm.
So I'm very much so looking forward to that, and I echo Kyle's sentiment about Gunther and Cody. Like that's a
Yeah.
match I've wanted for a while, and I'm looking forward to it.
I'm with Rylan. My pick was going to be Seth versus Bronson Reed because of how it started with the six tsunamis to Seth, taking him out for the extended period of time that he did, and then in that last Monster Standing match, Seth Rollins coming out of nowhere to stomp Bronson Reed on the steel steps, costing him the match, and then the mayhem that we had in the backstage brawls on Monday
Dude.
really heated up that match. And I think this is only chapter one of a very long story between these two. And kudos because I liked Bronson Reed as a person, as a wrestler, but I was never really invested in him as the wrestler because there was nothing really about him that really stood out. He has stood out as a personality, as a character, as a performer, everything. So shout out to him. Seth is amazing, and I can't wait for that match.
No, I'm impressed with Bronson Reed. Especially, I'm impressed with Bronson Reed's sneaker choices of as of late too. Man's
Oh
coming out in
yeah,
Jordan
new
1
shoes.
black toes, right? He was wearing military fours one time. He while he's tsunamiing and doing running death pile drivers off the truck. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
shout out to Bronson Reed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, especially if he's not creasing the shoes.
Yeah.
Big shout outs to Van.
Who knew they had stretchy denim for big boys? Um, but yeah, before we go to break down some outside the ring stuff, like I do want to give a shout out to Wendy Chu, right, and Paxi for having a casket match. Wendy
hmm
Chu using the hard candy, right? I thought that was genius. I mean, we've seen it before. It was a good thing that she broke that out.
Yeah.
Shout out to her. Um, yeah, okay, so some outside the ring stuff, right? So like some of the things that I looked up here, okay, so I don't know if you guys know Kit Wilson and Steve Turner. They announced that they got married. Um, you know, um, Kit
Yeah.
Wilson, is from Pretty
Pretty
Deadly,
deadly. Yeah.
Pretty Deadly, and it's so funny, right? Because when they made this announcement and they took to Instagram to do this, the comments were just too hilarious. Like some people actually thought because of Pretty Deadly's gimmick that you know that he was a type of person.
Part of the community that
Yeah.
Officer Styles is very fond of.
So when they saw that he's married, he's like, "Oh, he is into women." It's like, yo, it's just a gimmick, y'all. Come on now, like Billy and Chuck weren't really an item, you know.
Listen, I had some questions about Rico growing up, but you know,
He's
so,
back, baby. He's back.
fucking Rico, man, love it. Shout out to Rico.
Rico Suave, shout out, shout
Yeah,
out.
for sure.
Okay, so the other thing that we found out too recently, Randy Orton working out with Sheamus, right? Talking about the type of music that Randy Orton listens to. So apparently, Randy Orton came out and said that he loves female rap, right? Female rap music. It boils his blood. It gets his blood pumping, right? He mentioned Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, Glorilla, right? And of course, who could forget Sexy Red, right? It might be St. Louis things that way you say because St. Louis, but the
Yeah,
look on Sheamus's face says it all, right? He's like, "Oh, you like that kind of hip hop?" Um, but shout out to Randy Orton for having like a taste. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to
yeah,
deny a man's taste in music. That's what you like. That's what you like. So shout out to him.
100%. Shout out to Randy. Shout out to Randy being
Shout out to Randy.
diverse. Shout,
Right,
yeah,
right. Come on, man. I mean, it's the voices in his head that tells him what to do.
yeah, that's true. And you know what? Hey, to be fair, Dom from Powerbomb Jutsu, when we were doing our racial draft, drafted Randy Orton to the black community. So we see where it stemmed from. So
He
it's
wasn't lying. He
he
wasn't
wasn't
lying.
lying. Ever since
He
the
was
draft, it's all been
right.
coming together.
Okay, so so the one thing I want to do since it is Halloween, right? Since we are in costume, is that I want to kind of like talk about and kind of like give shout outs to a couple wrestlers that were in some type of Halloween pop culture s gear, right? So if the homie Vince, if you could bring up Seth Rollins' gear for me.
There you go.
Yeah, remember the time that Seth Rollins dressed up as Thanos? I know that he has more Marvel superhero type base ring gear, but this to me stands out just because he went with the one leg as the
Yeah,
gauntlet.
I loved it because that's the one he uses with the curb stomp, and it makes total sense. It's my
Right.
favorite cosplay gear that he's done that isn't like a sports themed one like the Bulls or the Bears.
Right.
It's a really good
Right.
one.
It's a really good one. The other one I want to go to, right? Is obviously, we did Ricochet, who was not with WWE, right? At SummerSlam versus AJ Styles. He was Nightwing,
I love
Yes.
it.
I love that gear. I love that gear.
It's
right?
a
Like
great one,
it like looks movie quality, to be honest.
Yeah.
Right?
man.
Like it's so dope.
It's better than most movie suits, to be honest with you. It's spot on.
Very spot on. So I think that was Makazi that did this, right? I think so. He
Maybe
did majority of the outfits.
could be Mikaze. If not, Main Event Gear is another like
Oh,
gear
right, right,
designer
right, right,
that
right.
does work for WWE and a lot of creators for sure.
The other one we want to go to, I think we got the Freddy Krueger by Alexa Bliss is another one.
Oh, that's a
This is
great
probably the
one.
most iconic Freddy Krueger ring gear. Obviously, I crapped out two gentlemen who don't need to be in the picture. So like, but I know I don't have the picture, but I know Roxy Perez also did Freddy Krueger, and
Yeah,
Andrew Chase did Freddy Krueger for this Halloween Havoc. Shout out to him. He was also wearing the Freddy Krueger Babestas as well.
yeah.
Um, what are the other ones I have? I know.
Uh, you
Do I have another?
have you have Liv Morgan and her Chucky gear.
Oh, the Chucky year, right? Because she
Yeah,
was
for
on the
sure.
show.
100% for sure.
And
Um,
then the couple ones I want to show is that, like, there's nothing like Halloween when a group of people get together and they start dressing up like wrestling characters, right? So like I think I have a group, right? You
uh-huh.
always see this every Halloween. Somebody's one of the classic wrestlers, right? You got like Million Dollar Man up in there. Who else is in there? Bam Bam Bigelow is in there.
I
Sergeant
think
Slaughter.
Sergeant Slaughter for sure. Like, I mean, Undertaker, Hot Rod, $1 Million Man. I mean, Mankind maybe over there.
Right, right.
They
And then
got
of
they got
course then you get like, the Hulk Hogan's, Randy Orton, Macho Man's, Jake the Snake I
yeah,
think is in there too.
yeah, yeah.
And then of course then you get like people who always want to dress up as the Undertaker. Show that for me.
Listen, when I saw this, I didn't think Undertaker. And I thought Midian.
Mini.
Midian was my thought process here.
And of course if you want to be the current Undertaker right now, you have to go with this one.
Hold on. My fault. I went to the chat. Wait. Where is it going? There you go. There you go. Bam! Right there.
Make sure you get the hat too. Make sure you get the hat too if you want to
Got to
be the
get that
current
new
iteration of Undertaker.
that new iteration of Undertaker. But you know what? We had a few that we didn't show. Shout out to the New Day. Did all costumes, all gimmicks. You know, Papa Shango,
Yeah, yeah, I forgot about.
uh,
Yeah, this was dope.
Godfather. You know, like they did it all. Like shout out to them. They killed it. And
Uh-huh.
I wanted to shout out this one because I found this one and like right there.
Aye.
Yeah, like Kalani Jordan bringing
Eee.
out the
Woo.
Spider Gwen costume again. Like she brought it out yesterday. She brought it out over a year ago with the hood and everything. Shout out to her.
Shout
Um,
out.
you know what we failed to mention, and I feel like he is like the Godfather, if not the Hall of Famer of like costumes in terms of like gears, and that's got to be Rey Mysterio. We don't have a single picture, but Rey Mysterio has done so many iconic gears, and you know, as a biased guy, like I don't know if I can get to it over here, but I you can kind of see like a little like bit of my All In
Oh,
poster.
okay,
He
okay.
dressed up as Wolverine for All In here in Chicago.
Yeah,
Fantastic
yeah,
gear.
yeah. I think out of all the gear that Rey Mysterio has done, obviously there's two that I have to say are kind of like
Yeah.
not my favorite,
Okay.
and the Joker one is not my favorite just because like the hair,
Which Joker he did too?
the Heath Ledger one with the
Okay.
hair,
Okay.
just
All
because
right.
like
All
the
right.
hair was like a little too much on the mask, and then when he was Silver Surfer.
Oh,
Yeah.
Silver Surfer was a
Against
terrible.
Kurt Angle, right?
Yeah, when he
Yes.
like
Yes.
made himself all silver, like his skin.
And the Silver Surfer definitely wasn't a good one. Shout out to Courtney. She's in the chat. She
Hey,
said, "What's up,
shout out.
Getcho?" She's like, "Yes, y'all dressed up nice.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate the
Appreciate it.
comment." But yeah, no, I mean he's done some great ones. I think my favorite one was when he did Mysterio at WrestleMania. Like Rey
Oh,
Mysterio,
oh
Trash
yeah,
Ass
yeah, yeah,
Mysterio. That
yeah,
was a
yeah.
great one for
That
sure.
was good. That was good.
Yeah,
That
hundred
was good.
percent.
Yeah. If I had to give an honorable mention, Flash was also a good one too.
Oh, Flash, Captain America. He did Captain America too.
Oh, you
Yeah.
did. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right.
He
Yeah,
did
Um,
Batman too. Batman.
Batman. He did Batman
Batman. He
too.
did Batman.
He did
Yeah,
Batman. Oh yeah.
What? I don't
So
I
remember
don't.
Batman
Batman.
Batman was the one that Vince told him to stop because he's like, we're gonna get sued.
Oh my god.
He did. He did Daredevil also too, did he? Yeah, he did.
That's
I think that
that's my favorite one.
Daredevil was great.
Yeah, Daredevil. Yep, yep, yep. So shout out to him, guys. I think we're gonna just get into the reason why we're here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. Let me hit it.
Hit it, hit it.
And now, Sweaty Session.
Okay, guys. So I mean, we're gonna end this off right with a Halloween trick or treat type poem, right? Wrestling Halloween poem. Just something fun, something easy for all of us to do. Who wants to go first?
Not me because I only have one. So if anybody, well, Kyle, Ryland, do you guys have more than one or just the one?
No. No, I have one. I have
I have
one.
one.
I think we all have one. All for one here.
Okay. You know what? Just you kick things off, man. You,
Okay.
get our feet wet here.
Okay. So, oh, excuse me. So I'm doing my Halloween poem as Shanti D Adonis. Because Shanti D Adonis goes to all the locker rooms, talking to all the ladies. So I'm gonna
Okay.
try to persuade in my Halloween reference phrasing. Okay.
All right.
So here we go. Right. Girl, you have me speaking in metaphors, not Noam Dar. I'm Shanti the Adonis, aka Mr. Goodbar. I see you milk shaking, don't deny. We go together like Mike's and Ike's. Let's cosplay. Make it look good like a Charleston Chew. I'll be your ghost and you could be my boo.
Ooh.
Trick or treat to the bedroom. Now we exchanging candies. You give me a Hershey's kiss, and that hits the spot. Now you call me Fred Flintstone, because I can make your bed rock. I'm Shanti Adonis. Haven't you heard? There you go. That's it.
Okay. All right. All right. Finger
Finger
snaps for
snaps, finger
just. All
snaps,
right.
finger
All right.
snaps.
Who wants to try to follow that one?
I'll go next.
All right. All
Uh,
right.
the night before Halloween, here we all sit. The bloodline is back, and it just might rip. Swerve versus Shelton, a hell of a main, could be the best thing since the debut of Kane. Pumpkins, ghosts, and goblins galore. Writing this poem was really a whore. Next week returns the Wednesday Night War. I hope we get a ton of gore.
Yo, that was good. That was
Like
good.
that.
Woo!
Shout out. Okay.
Finger
Okay.
snaps, finger snaps, finger
All
snaps.
right. All right. Should I go next, or Kyle? Do you want to go next?
I'll go last. If you
All
want
right.
to go next.
All right. I'll go with mine. Mine is about the like two specific women's wrestlers. It's just like a tale, so it's third person. All right. So it goes like this. It was a spooky night this Hallows Eve. Havoc is what the women's tag teams would receive. Two wicked witches have come to reclaim their tag team riches, casting spells and even curses. They left the whole locker room needing doctors and nurses. Team Cocoa Butter, Cherry Blossom, Piper, and Green, a destructive force like this you've never seen.
Hey.
Isla Dawn and Alba Fire, Tag Team Gold is what they desire. You can band together against them and conspire, but your chances are slim. Truly, they're dire. This is an unholy union, more unstoppable than a Dragon Ball fusion. Terrifying for some, dangerous for all. Champions again, together they stand tall. This Halloween, every other woman will fall.
Woo,
There you go.
man.
That's
Woo, that was good, man.
all right.
It took me there. It took me there.
Okay. So Rylan told me that this was going to be a thing,
Okay.
but then I completely forgot about it. So I have spent this show writing. This. We're going to see if this actually clicks.
Okay,
Uh,
okay,
this is my last minute homework poem.
Okay.
okay.
All right. Tag teams in WWE are finally going right, but this has not been long the case. So let me shed some light. Bob Backlund, Pedro Morales showdown at the Shea, beat the Samoans in a match and vacated the next day. The Body Donnas, Skip and Zip at WrestleMania at Mania X2, beat the Godwins in a match, so hardly a breakthrough.
Ooh.
Ooh.
The reigns for 123 Kid truly are insane. Janetti and Bob Holly. It's sad his best teammate was Kane. Stone Cold had 4 tag team wins, and all of them were tense. Michaels, Taker, and Dude Love makes the power trip make sense. 2004 was a weird year with tag teams at a loss. The Bashams, Too Cool, and the team of Rico and Charlie Haas. Plus Kenzo Suzuki and Rene Dupree, the division laid an egg. Kidman in London won it too. That was in Winnipeg. Flair and Piper winning it should probably be great, but Cyber Sunday in 06 is comically late.
Ooh.
So
Okay.
best of luck to current champs. I hope it all goes well, because if the Fed breaks up the guns, then they can go to hell.
Yo.
Oh,
Fingers,
All right. You know
man,
what?
that was great.
You know what? Consider that a freestyle. I consider that a freestyle.
Yeah, that was bars, man. That was bars.
Yeah.
Well, guys, this is great. I'm glad that you guys did this. Great poems. I mean, it was great. It was a great time. Wallet Media, go ahead and plug your socials.
you can find all of our stuff on X, on Facebook, on Instagram at Walt Media. We have a Vince doc, Vince McMahon doc, not a doc about Getcho.
If only,
That'd be
right?
good, though. That'd be good.
We have a companion to the Vince doc coming out over the first 3 weeks of November. So check your podcast feeds under Wallet Media every Friday. You will get a new pod. Vince, you're going to be on one of those. We're going to bring our own Vince to the Vince doc review.
Yeah. Vince needs to be on there, expertise, from one Vince to another.
That's true. That's true. Next week, I am going to be hosting a live election special, which Vince is also going to be on for a period of time.
We'll see. We'll see how long I'll be on.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah. I might pop in for that for a little bit too, because that's it's going to be very entertaining. That's the thing. I'm going to find out the result of the election while I'm curling. That should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I feel like if it's going to be the end of the world, we should all spend it together. No. As well, World's Funniest Podcast that drops tomorrow on Halloween, or I guess today as of when this is dropping on podcast apps. Matt Ritter joins myself and DK to talk about a lot of filthy stories.
You get Matt Ritter Story Hour. Like if there's any reason to go and check out our stuff, Matt Ritter Story Hour needs to be it.
Oh yeah, that's a highlight
Nice.
for sure.
For sure.
Kyle, did I miss anything?
I think that's pretty much what we're coming. I'm excited for the talk about the Vince stuff. That's gonna be wild.
Oh, 100%. Can't wait. As for me, I usually plug myself, but I'm gonna plug the podcast. at 606 Universe on social media and on YouTube and everywhere audio podcasts can be found. Spell out the first six, SIX.
Hmm.
The last two episodes are power rankings predictions with Cal Joseph from Wallet Media. So Kyle was on there. So we're already doing the little like collaborating, mixing back and forth with each other here. So you love Kyle, check him out. We talk about NBA basketball, East and West. It's over there, but we also have others basketball content as well. Go ahead and check it out. 606 Universe. Subscribe, like, comment, everything.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Great contact from everybody here. If you like what we did here, follow us and Get Your Podcast on Twitter, Get Your Podcast on Instagram. Check out the Circle Debate Network. That's where you can find us live here on Wednesdays. Guys, I think that's it. I
Yeah.
think it's time.
All right.
All right, y'all. Konnichiwa, bitches.